Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Ripto. Oh my god, what is happening in the crypto market at the moment? There's a sea of red everywhere. People are panicking and running for the hills. Every stock I look at is in the red decline. So are we in a bear market, or is this just another flash crash of a 10, 20 or even 25% in some altcoins? Well, we're going to have a look into a bit more detail what we think it is that's caused this crash. I've put this out on the socials and there's been a lot of stuff coming out there, but for me, I don't think we're in a bear market. Because if you've been in a bear market before or even a blow off top, you'll know that we're neither in one or had one. So if you want to find out more about what I think's caused this crash and where we think we're going from here, stay tuned and let's get into that video. So before I start today's awesome video, as always, we have to say none of this is financial advice. No, this bad boy is here for your educational purposes only. Well, now we've got that out of the way, I want to keep this video quick, direct and to the point. So as we know, the market is tanking and a lot of people are out there panicking, calling for a bear market, saying so, and there's a lot of happy amateurs running around like scolded chickens, trying to sell off every bit of crypto asset, false teeth, false legs or whatever it is they've got. But I think you shouldn't panic. Because like I said, if you've been in a bear market before or a blow off top, you can see we're neither in one or had one. A 10, 20, 25% correction is nothing out of the norm. And as we'll see in the prediction at the moment, but I've also highlighted a few bullet points of what I think's caused this crash, dip, whatever you want to call it. And why I think we will weather the storm for a few days, but come out of it looking pretty much where we were back on track. Yes, Bitcoin's hit that all important 42,000 and below, and where the crash in December wick went down to, but we could see Bitcoin get slowly brought back up once the institutional traders start coming back into flavor in the market. But let's just have a quick look at all the crypto market as a whole. We'll look at the fear factor because the market is in extreme fear, and we'll have a look at some bullet points about what I think has caused the crash. Boom. So as you can see, everything here is a sea of red. Everything's down. We're looking at 7, 10s, 11s. A lot of things, like I said, is down between 10, 20, even 25% in the more 20% in internet protocol. And if you go down to the real lower, below the top 100, some things have gone well above 25% crash. But do I think we are in an actual bear market? No. Here the market is in the most extreme fear in the past probably a month and a half, maybe since the flash crash in December caused a little bit, but in the last month and a bit we've not seen this kind of extreme fear. Now I'm just going to highlight factors, but as you can see from the heat map, there's a lot of other cryptos that are in the absolute spanker of a state. There's only 1, 2, Mana, Decentraland and a few others that are not being affected by this. And as you can see here, there's a whole array of crypto which is feeling it. But I don't think we're in a bear market, because like if you've been in a bear market before, you'll know that Bitcoin will tank quite a bit, and when Bitcoin's finished tanking, it'll be a good indicator that you'll see like the top 10 Ethereums, they'll all tank even more than this. Then it'll filter down to the lower alts and you can pretty much find a good justification from that. But I still think the blow off top's not going to be the end of this quarter. What has happened now is what I get on my screen in a second and go through some bullet points about what I think's caused the crash. And you can leave a comment below to see if you agree with me or not. It's in everyone's saying one thing, this, that and another. But for me, it's pure down to current economics. So let's have a look at these bullet points and see what it is I think has caused it. So as you can see from this bullet points that I've put up here, I've gone through a list of things that I think have caused the dip, the crash, whatever you want to call it. And these are from me looking into research and listening to other people and actually thinking, yes, this makes absolute economical sense. So the Federal Reserve released minutes yesterday to saying that this is going to be one of their largest balance sheets and that interest rates are going to be high. So this has obviously caused the market to panic. And when the market panics, institutions, leverage traders and people that have borrowed a lot of assets or money are then thinking, oh crap, I'm going to have to pay high interest rates. So then obviously they have to sell off their risky assets like crypto, stocks, whatever it is they've leveraged their eyeballs up to. they have to sell off in order to reduce their debt, not to pay the higher interest fee. Or if they've got the money tied and they get their big bill for their interest fees, they're not going to have the money to pay it and no default. With institutions not selling and not trading, that is not causing a price chart action. You can see, obviously, the only things happening is they're selling off, they're not trading, they're just selling. So everything's just going down. And it's only some sideline investors or some happy amateurs that are probably be buying a little bit of the dip with the exception to the 1 or 2. This is also mirrored then by the fact that everything's in extreme fear. So a lot of the people that are not following this trend, that are outside the institutional investing, are sitting on the sidelines or panicking. Also, this comes into the factor that there's a big issue with a lot of cryptocurrency not on the exchange at the moment. The Bitcoin's at its lowest rate and obviously on the exchange, and also a lot of people have not got their crypto ready to trade. This being with future trades not being active, which obviously these make the price chart action, is also causing people then to get liquidated on their longs. And if they're getting liquidated on their longs, causing a lot of volatility in the market, because obviously people are then obviously showing crypto as doing not too well because they're all getting liquidated and causing the price to fall out of its bottom. But what are your thoughts? They're just my thoughts on it, and they are pretty solid and they are backed up with a lot of kind of information that's out there on the internet and a lot of other people's thoughts. But I do want to leave you with a thing that the reason I don't strongly think we're in a bear market is because I've seen these kind of retracements and these kind of dips and crashes, whatever you want to call them, happen all too many times before when there's been a bit of bad news or a bit of slow or bad economics. Because not only on top of what I've just said about the traders getting liquidated, the futures trading not up and the hash rate and stuff, there are things called market makers that look at news and then try and manipulate the price. Because if you think the news that come out where JP Morgan have recently said Ethereum's not going to be any good and you're going to lose your money on it in order to drive the price down because they can't get as much Bitcoin as they want, so they'll probably start buying Ethereum. They see this as a prime opportunity to buy up all the cheap crypto. So for me at the moment, I'm not doing anything. Again, I do me, you do you, but I'm just going to sit on the sidelines. I'm going to look at good entry prices if some of my low orders want to get fulfilled. I trade to a strategy where I've got 25% of my portfolio still in stable coins, so I will buy this dip. And I did sell off some of my, well, 2 of my higher ones just probably 2 days luckily before this crash, because I was harvesting profits from them. So for me, I would suggest, and my final thoughts are, either buy the dip when you see a good entry price, or if you're all in and balls deep in crypto, then just weather a few days out, because I do think there'll be probably 3, 4, 5 days of pain. And then obviously when the green shoots start coming back, it'll be a bit more relief, and then we can get back to normal and then start seeing how we can look forward to seeing these blow off tops in crypto.